Now, the first thing that you all may know or may not know about the Mahabharata is that the Mahabharata was written by Srila Vyasadeva, or popularly known as Veda Vyasa. Was not written actually. He narrated the entire Mahabharata, but actually it was written by Lord who? Lord Ganesh. He wrote. How did he write? He broke his tusk and then he wrote the entire Mahabharata. So one condition Vyasadeva had put was that Ganesha should not stop writing at all. As Vyasadeva is narrating, he should continuously write. So that was a condition that Ganesha had put, that Vyasadeva should never stop the narration, because he was very eager to hear about the different pastimes of Lord Krishna. So he told Vyasadeva that he should not stop. And Vyasadeva also put a condition to Ganesha, saying that you should not write anything which you don't understand. So that is what was the contest between the two of them. And Vyasadeva was actually blessed by Lord Brahma himself to write the entire Mahabharata. Okay, so he was blessed by Lord Brahma himself. And he wrote so many, the entire, all the 18 parvas and the 1 lakh verses were actually composed by Vyasadeva. And Ganesha, he wrote in a place known as Mana. I will be also showing that place, a photograph of that place a little later. We will go to that place. It is known as Mana. It is the last village in India. After that, it is actually China. So in Mana, in a place, that place is where Vyasadeva narrated the Mahabharata, and Ganeshji wrote the Mahabharata in that place. We will go to that place later. Now, the first time when the Mahabharata was narrated was in the courtroom of Maharaj Janamejaya. Now, you may find it a little difficult to understand the genealogy. I'll explain a little bit. You know, the Pandavas were there, right? And Pandavas, one of the Pandavas is Arjuna. Arjuna's son is Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu's son was Maharaj Parikshit. And Maharaj Parikshit was cursed by a small boy, a Brahmana boy, but very powerful boy named Shringi. He was cursed to die by snake bite due to something that happened. I don't want to get into details because there's so many stories that we can keep on telling. So Maharaj Parikshit was cursed by this small boy Shringi, and after 7 days, Maharaj Parikshit was bitten by the snake known as Takshaka, and Maharaj Parikshit died. Maharaj Parikshit's son is Maharaj Janamejaya, and he was a ruler of the whole world. And Maharaj Janamejaya was very angry when he became the king. He was very angry that Takshaka killed his father. So he went to the place from where Takshaka was ruling. That is known as Takshashila. You might have heard of Takshila or Takshashila. Ancient Indians knew it as Takshashila. He went to that place and he conquered that place, and he conducted a yajna called Sarpa Satra or Sarpa Yajna, snake yajna or homa, where he asked the priests to attract through mantras all the snakes in the entire universe. And there was a huge fire which was built, which was a yajna kunda. He said all of these snakes should fall into the fire and should die. So actually the Sarpa Satra started, and huge. The Yajna Kunda would have been the size of probably your street, that big. Just imagine, they chanted mantras, the Brahmanas, and all the snakes in the universe they were uncontrollably drawn towards that fire and were falling into the fire, and they were dying. Now all the universal administrators, the Devatas, including Lord Brahma, they got scared. What will happen if one entire species is wiped out? So immediately Lord Brahma appeared there, and then he told Maharaj Janamejaya You're a very powerful personality. At the same time, you're also extremely compassionate. Please do not do this. Do not wipe off the race of the snakes from the entire universe. It will completely create imbalance in the universe. So do not do that. Maharaj Janamejaya was a very humble person. So because the creator of the entire universe, Lord Brahma himself, came and requested, Maharaj Janamejaya accepted and he stopped the Sarpa Yajna. So at that point in time, Vyasadev was also there during that yajna when it was happening. And Vyasadev told his disciple Vaishampayana to narrate the entire Mahabharata to Maharaj Janamejaya. So for the first time, the Mahabharata was narrated in the court of Maharaj Janamejaya by the great sage Vaishampayana, who's a disciple of Vyasadeva. Now, one thing I will tell you which you may not know, many of you may not have heard, many of your parents also may not have heard. What Mahabharata sage Vaishampayana narrated is not the only Mahabharata, because Vyasadeva had taught the Mahabharata to all his disciples. And one of the disciples was also Jaimini, sage Jaimini, very famous sage Jaimini. He also, during the Sarpa Yajna, after Maharaj Janamejaya heard the Mahabharata from Vaishampayana, even Jaimini narrated the entire Mahabharata. And Maharaj Janamejaya was extremely inquisitive to know, because when sage Vaishampayana, he narrated the Mahabharata, he included a lot of other details like some politics and this and that, some other family affairs and all that. But when Jaimini narrated the Mahabharata, he focused only on the activities of Lord Krishna, and other things were narrated around those activities, those pastimes, those leelas of Lord Krishna. So Maharaj Janamejaya was ecstatic. He was so happy hearing the nectar, amrita like pastimes, leelas of Krishna. So he was hearing that, and then he was asking, then what happened? Then what happened? He did not want Jaimini to stop. Now, just like Harivamsha was the addendum or the kila to Vaishampayana's Mahabharata, there is also a kila or an addendum to Jaimini's Mahabharata, which is known as the Brihad Bhagavatamrita. So these are all unknown facts. I'll be telling a lot of not commonly known facts when I'm narrating the Mahabharata. So like this, the Mahabharata was narrated. And when this narration happened, also at that time, there was one more sage called Suta Goswami. And Suta Goswami later narrated this entire Mahabharata to a gathering of sages in Naimisharanya. This is another place. I'm giving you a lot of information. In Naimisharanya, it is near Ayodhya. And in that place, Naimisharanya, Suta Goswami narrated the entire Mahabharata to thousands and thousands of sages who had gathered there, the beginning of Kali Yuga. And that narration is what Vyasadeva wrote down as Mahabharata. Of course, Ganeshi wrote down and Vyasadeva narrated. So this is the background of Mahabharata.